Hey there, stepmoms. So people always ask me if having my own baby changed the way I looked at being a stepmom. And my answer? Abso-frickin-lutely. It changed everything. Hey guys, so if you're not familiar with me, my name is Jamie Scrimgeour. I'm a second wife, a stepmom of 3, and a mom of 1, and I blog candidly about our blended family life, and I provide online support to stepmoms on my website, jamiescrimgeour.com. So like I just said, people are always asking me if having my own baby changed the way I look at being a stepmom. My answer is yes, 100%. You know, it used to bother me when real moms would come up to me and say, "Oh no, you don't understand because you don't have kids yourself. Oh no, you don't understand because you're not a real mom." Honestly, I felt like it was so rude, disrespectful, and kind of felt like I got punched in the stomach. It's like they didn't respect or understand how much I love my stepchildren and how I made the commitment from day one to always treat them as if they were my own. But then I had my daughter Reese, and I realized that they were partially right. There's something about having your own child that you just don't understand until you have your own child. And you know, I know that there are going to be stepmoms watching this video who are completely outraged at me saying this. I understand that, and I'm taking the risk that I'm gonna get some hate mail on this one. But this was my experience. When I had my baby girl, everything changed for me. I always said that I was going to love them all the exact same. I was always going to love my stepchildren and my own baby the exact same way. And honestly, I don't. I don't love them the same way. The connection that I have with my daughter is something I never experienced until I gave birth to her. And the connection that I have with my stepchildren is very, very different. And that doesn't mean that those two types of love are any less important to me. But like those other moms said, they are different. Just like the love that I have for my husband is different than the love that I have for my brother. And the love that I have for my brother is different than the love that I have for my dad. The type of love and the way that it feels to love my daughter is different than the way that I love my stepchildren. But like I said, before you send me any hate mail, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. That does not mean that those relationships or those types of love are any less important to me. A huge part of the work that I do with stepmoms involves empathy and the ability to take a step back and look at the world through someone else's lens. Walk a mile in their shoes. Look at the world through their perspective. It's so important, especially when it comes to co-parenting and step-family life. When things get tough, I always take a step back and think about how my stepchildren may be experiencing a situation. I also always take a step back and try to consider how my husband's ex-wife may be experiencing things as well. A couple weeks ago, I interviewed Kelly McDonald, who is a relationship therapist and a sexologist. And we talked all about the difference between men and women. You know what they say, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. During our talk, she gave an analogy that was so important. So she said, say you're sitting across the table from someone, and on a piece of paper, you write 6 on that piece of paper. So when you look down, you see the number 6. They, sitting across the table, looking at the world from a different perspective, experience a 9. That doesn't mean that they're right and you're wrong. It's just a different perspective that you have. They're experiencing a 9 and you're experiencing a 6. And I think that's really important when it comes to co-parenting and, dealing with step-family situations. I know for a fact that the way that a real mom experiences the world is very different than the way that a stepmom experiences the world. Very similar situations can be perceived in totally different ways. A few years back, I wrote a blog post titled, "What to Consider Before You Call His Ex-Wife Crazy." Oh my gosh, I got some slack for that post because people would read the title and think that I was calling my husband's ex-wife crazy. But that's not what I was saying at all. What I was saying is, before you call your husband's ex-wife crazy, put yourself in their shoes and consider how you would be acting in that type of situation if you had to experience the emotions that they are experiencing. And I'm talking about the way it would feel as a mother to have another woman being a caregiver and having those special motherly moments with your child. That's what I'm talking about when I say that everything changed for me when I had my baby girl Reese. Because honestly, now I know what it feels like to be a mom. I cannot imagine how it would feel to have another woman have those special moments with my girl. I honestly can't. When it comes to co-parenting, it's really easy if you're not actually experiencing it and living the life to look on it and say, you know what, you should always be happy that your daughter is loved and your daughter is cared for and she's always being treated right by their stepmom. And that's 100% right. I absolutely agree with that. I can't even stress that enough. However, I do recognize that that's your right mind talking. And sometimes, every once in a while, or more than every once in a while, your emotions come in and they override what you know is right. And I think we've all been there and can all say, it happens. So even though as a mom myself, I know that it would be in my daughter's best interest to have a stepmom who is loving and caring and treats them like they're her own, I feel like it would be a very, very hard pill to swallow. And that's where everything has changed for me, because I think I'm just a little more empathetic, a little more forgiving, and I'm considering other people's positions way more than I used to. So there you have it, guys. That's how things are different. As a mom myself now, I'm always considering what it would be like as a mom to have a stepmom in your life. And even though I haven't experienced it, and I hope to God I don't have to experience it, I know that it would be a very tough pill to swallow. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for liking my page and for all the support that you provide me. Honestly, it means the world to me. So if you have any comments or reactions to this video, leave them in the comments below, or if you're not comfortable leaving them online, shoot me an email at jamie@jamiescrimgeour.com and I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you soon. And I know that there are going to be stepmoms watching this video who are completely outraged at me saying this. I understand that, and I'm taking the risk that I'm gonna get some hate mail on this one. But this was my experience.